Okay guys, it's Dan back with another video. This time I have a tutorial on how to make Dart from Stranger Things. The material list is a pencil, scissors, clay, a butter knife, foil, toothpicks, glue. I use E6000, but you use acrylic paint, and some glossy spray paint. So we start with the tinfoil here, and we just roll it out so it looks like this shape. It's kind of just like rolled up. Just roll it up and look like that. Now you're gonna want to add more, like I did. So I would put in a few more layers. Probably 3 or 4 more layers. Do it. Okay, and yeah, you get something like that. Next, we take a chunk of clay. Yeah, it's almost looks like a brick and cheese. But yeah, a good chunk. You're gonna want to flatten it out, kind of like this. This is gonna take some time, so just keep flattening it, flipping it back over and everything, and eventually you'll get the flattened shape you want. It's almost like a small pizza almost. So now that we do that, we put the tinfoil inside or on top of the plate, and then you just roll it up like this. And it looks a little bit like a burrito at the start, but then you're gonna smooth it out and everything until you get the shape that's required for it. It is gonna take a while to get the right shape for it though. Yeah, just roll it out until you start seeing what kind of looks like Dart. And then for the mouth, you're going to use a pencil to draw it in. You could also start with a toothpick. I believe that's what I did. I think I started with the pencil and then I put the toothpick later, but you could do either one just to start it out. So yeah, here's me just adding some more detailing, smoothing out the clay. And then for the tail, you're gonna just take another chunk and kind of make it cylindrical and just roll it like that, almost like a sausage. And then you're gonna do the same thing and cut another hole. That way, that end can fit into the tail you had already formed. It'll just go right on, and then you're gonna smooth it on there until you get what you want. This does take a while to do as well. It depends on the clay you use. The clay I used wasn't the best, so it did take a bit longer, but you'll get something like that with the tail, and then you're gonna pinch out the top of it, kind of like I did. Now, I decided that the original tail head was too big, so I just I used a knife to cut it. And just to get a smaller looking tail, so it looks more normal. So it depends on the clay you use with the tail, but I guess less is more in this case. But yeah, after I had smoothed this out, I start pinching to kind of make the spine that he has. After you get the smoothing, you're gonna take a knife to cut the detail pieces in his tail. They're just like little lines that go throughout, and then you smooth it back up when that's done. And then, yes, this is more of just smoothing out his body. It does take a while depending on the clay you use, and then you're going to want to put them on a ramp when you start the arms. Now for the arms, you're going to make really small cylindrical shapes. You'll see what I'm building here. It's you flatten one end and then you just kind of roll the other end out. When you're done, you'll get something that looks kind of like this. And then to add the claws, you just put toothpicks on there, like such. So you put the toothpicks on. I used 4, but you could use however many you want. I think he has 5, but I'm not sure. I just used 4. So you put those on, and then you take another small bit of clay, and you sandwich it on the bottom of the foot until it gets the desired shape. Okay. So yeah, when you're done, you'll get something like this. Now my clay didn't want to stick, so what I had to do was I had to wait for it. You see me here, I'm struggling to try to get the clay to stick on, but it refused to. So what I did was I just did a little bit of the detail on the meat. So yeah, I took them off right there. And yeah, just you could use the knife or another toothpick just to do this. I use the knife just because I figured it'd be the easiest. But yeah, the foot will look like that once it's done, and you get it all detailed and everything. Now, like I said, I couldn't get the clay to stick, so what I did was I smoothed out the side of the arms. That way they were kind of flush with the already pre-existing shape on there. So you look something like that. And after you do that, you're going to want to take some glue to get it to stick. I used E6000, but I think any kind of glue will do for this. I only use E6000 because I know it's the strongest glue available. So I went with it, but you could probably use something like a ceramic glue or maybe contact cement. Just whatever you think would work best for it. So yeah, after we let that dry, a long time after we let that dry, this is going to take a while. It's like waiting for paint to dry. It takes forever. But yeah, when the glue is just about done drying and everything, you then could you could put more clay onto it just to smooth out everything, smooth out the little areas, any additional details you need to fill in or anything like that. I'm just smoothing out his belly, and then smoothing out the little itty bitty cracks that are on the clay. But after you do finish all that smoothing out and everything, you'll get something that looks kind of like this. And then you move on to painting. I added some detail because he has lines there, but the base layer I did was just pink, and then I started with a layer of orange and yellow that I mixed together, and we did that all over the place. Then after that, I put green and mixed it with a little bit of yellow, and then went right over the orange and yellow. Now I didn't let it dry for this, I just went right over, just so it kind of has that effect of color he has. Then after that paint of that green paint, put on more orange. try to get it everywhere. Then after that, add on the green, just basic green. You don't have to mix it with anything, but leave a little spot for that dart he has. That dart, the spot that is on Dart's back, leave a little spot for that. And then for the claws and the mouth, you're just going to want to use black to fill that in. And then after that step, you're gonna, I don't have video of it, but I took red paint and I used a sponge to put that on there, to put the sponge on. And then you're gonna spray paint over it with some glossy spray paint, and you'll get something that looks kind of like this when all is said and done. But yeah, if this tutorial helped you in making Dart, I appreciate it if you give me a like, and yeah, thanks for watching, and everyone have a great day. Good luck on your build.